What is up? You're listening to From the Green Room, and we're here once again at world famous Pierre's here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Joining me is two of the guys from the Veer Union, Crispin and Ryan.
How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy day. I know you guys travel and stuff, so you probably get that travel all day and have to perform.
Oh yeah.
So how you guys doing this evening?
Really good.
Yeah,
really
good.
Yeah. I mean, we could do without the rain, but it feels like home for us.
Yeah.
On the road for the Rock Shop Records Spring Tour, headlining it, right?
Yeah.
Tonight you got Heartsick and Night Savior with you.
Yep.
How's it feel to be playing such an iconic venue as Pierre's? Have you guys played here before?
Yeah, we played here a few times. I mean, I think the first time we played here was in 2009 after we released our single Seasons, and this has always been one of the staples and one of the venues that we all always look forward to playing, just because it's an amazing venue, and it's always, you know, it seems like there's a good support for rock and metal in this.
So how's it feel to be back on the road, sharing the stage with those guys that you guys are playing with tonight?
I think it feels great. I think it's just being back on the road in general, just because, you know, COVID, the way that COVID was a bit weird for us for a long time, just waiting for the border to open up.
I know. So this is the second leg of the tour, basically, right?
I guess it is. Yeah, that's right.
So how's the tour going so far?
It's been good. It's you know, there's been some amazing dates. There's been some tough dates. I think being on tour is always tough. You know, we all have our separate lives, and then all of a sudden you've got 4, 5, 6 guys living in a tiny little place together.
Mobile house. Yeah.
So, but we're not complaining. We're very, very happy with how things are going, and just happy to be back out here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you guys just released the record Manifestations, which makes you guys your 15th album. I think I read.
Maybe.
Well, I think the tough thing is the fact that we put out so many different like EPs and like you know, if you probably count all the EPs that we've done, maybe it's something like that. But as an album by itself, isn't it number 5 or number 6? That's its own entity.
I can't think right now. Yeah.
We'd have to go back and find out, because I mean we have like reissues of this album, reissues of that album.
I got you.
Then we have an acoustic version of an album,
Right.
So technically it's an album, but we don't really, you know.
That's still quite an accomplishment, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever see yourself as a band when you started out releasing, 6 albums or 15 altogether different?
You know, that's actually a good question, and I can tell you honestly, one of the things I remember in 2012. We were going through a hard time. That 2011 kind of was like I don't want to say the fall of rock, but let's put it this way. You don't see any rock on the pop charts anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know, and everybody was kind of struggling through iTunes and what's going to come next. There was a period of time when rock fell and digital downloads was going out and streaming was coming in.
Right.
There was like probably a 4 or 5 year period where everyone's just going, what are we doing? You know, where everything was Kickstarter. There was band after band doing Kickstarter, and it was just like, that was probably the scariest time in music. The fact that we survived through it still blows my mind, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of bands didn't come out of that time, they started and realized that, what the heck, like you just said, what are we doing? And
so many bands. I mean, so many bands died from that time, and so many bands died from COVID, and we're still here. So in regards to saying, can we believe that there's so many products? It's surprising that we have that many products, but I think it's just because we love making music, no matter what, whether we're on tour or off tour. It's something that we need to do because we love it. So I
Right.
really I feel pretty comfortable in saying this, but I don't think a streamed live show is a live show.
No, I don't either.
I'm not interested.
I mean,
when people asked us to do festival after festival. Can you do this? Can you do that? It's like, no.
You guys
Straight
don't do
up no.
festivals?
No. Online
Oh,
festivals.
online. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not interested.
Yeah, it's just like watching sports on TV. I can't watch it
Totally.
on TV.
Totally.
I can go to a baseball game and enjoy myself, but I can't watch it for 3 hours on TV. It's boring as all get out.
Yeah, totally.
So you guys released the first single, "Standing My Ground," in January. Then you had the high energy metalcore anthem, "When the World Awakens," and you also put out your own metal spin on the ABCDFG. Or you know.
Yeah.
Talk a little about why you guys released those two first tracks and a little behind the songs.
Well, I would say "Standing My Ground" we released because it's very symbolic of everything that we just talked about. It's like we've tripped and fallen many times to get to this point. Ryan and I started working together in 2012. Like I said, in that weird period of time, right after rock fell, iTunes was kind of like, what's going on? And we were still kind of doing label deals at that time. And when we met, we finally signed another label deal, and we worked really hard. And financially, we were struggling. We did a Kickstarter, and then we went and did a tour, and we pretty much went bankrupt.
Right.
And we were like, how are we going to get through this? And then all our managers at that time were like, if you guys don't have a big hit on the next album, this is going to be over. And so we got so sick of hearing that. We were just like, fuck, we got to do this ourselves. So we started our own label, and we just started pushing through. The next thing you know, here we are.
Awesome.
We're financially in a better position than we've ever been. And I'm not saying we're so far away from rich, but I'm just saying. So, we had to stand our ground to believe in ourselves, to keep going, and I think that's what we've done.
Yep. So is covers something you guys like doing? Putting your own twist on covers of like songs that were sung by other people?
I think it's part of music in these days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we definitely enjoy it. We also enjoy making our own music.
Right.
Preferably making our own music.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you. Yeah. I know a lot of bands are doing that, which I think it gives something for the fans to go, oh, we liked how they did that. We didn't like how they did it.
Yeah.
Crispin, you talked about, and I read this in the press release Ed sent me, how much truth there is to behind the quote, "It is always darkest right before the dawn." And there is a reason you mentioned that quote. Talk a little bit about that if you want. You could.
I mean, I can reiterate what I've already kind of said, but I mean, essentially, like I said, when I first met Ryan, he had just lost his fiance, and he was in the darkest place ever.
Right.
I had just lost my record deal with Universal Records, and then my whole entire band left me, and Ryan has always dreamed of wanting to do this on a bigger level than. But he had many problems with his band that they just couldn't do what needed to be done to play professionally, which is a major sacrifice, as we both know.
Yeah.
So I was quite lost. Ryan was totally lost. Then we got together. We formed. We said, okay, let's do this. We signed a new record deal, and then things got even worse. Then we bought a new RV. It's actually almost the exact same RV that we're sitting in right now, which is still sitting in Virginia. Yeah, because the engine blew up, and we had to fly everybody home, and we had to put our last dollars into getting a U-Haul. Yeah. Everything, it was just like, well, this is it. We tried again.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. And then, the last thing I have to say, which is, I'll be honest and say, our album Decade 2 was really the turning point, because that was when we started our own label, and it was the most successful record that we've ever had. Right. And the only way that record ever came out is I had a bit of credit on my credit cards, and I literally put every penny I had in the bank, plus my credit cards, to essentially get that album out. It was the biggest risk ever. I could have lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
And been in debt for the rest of my life and had to go bankrupt. But it worked, and that album worked out for us, and So
That's
there was
awesome.
the darkness,
Right.
and the dawn was. Now we're on the other side of it.
Gotcha.
Things are going much better.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
22 is still pretty young, just starting to get into the summer months. And so, what's on the horizon for Veer Union?
Well, do we want to talk about the next project?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a kind of a crazy year because it's 2022, but our album "Divide the Black and Sky" came out in 2012, so it's actually 10 years since we put out that album.
Nice.
Which so we're going to probably do a 10-year anniversary version of that album and put some new cool things on that record, and that's what we're going to be working on when we get back home.
Gotcha. You guys aren't playing any festivals in the summertime?
I think we just wanted to come over and to the U.S. and just kind of test out the waters and just kind of do this tour and see how we feel about touring again, and maybe next year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. For the fans of the Veer Union, or for new fans, first-time listeners, where can they find what is going on with the band, what information and stuff? Where can they find that?
I would definitely say go to Spotify. Spotify pretty much is going to give you all the information that you need to know. But if you really want to get like special information, definitely either theveerunion.com or Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. Awesome. Can't wait to see you guys' set. And again, thanks for taking some time out before you guys' show and talking from the green room.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Yep.